In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Tinubu has promised that measures are being put in place to ensure that Nigeria becomes an exporter of agricultural produce and products in no distant future. The president revealed this when he received the leadership of the global Tijaniya movement led by Khalifa Sheikh Mohammed Meher Nias at the State House. The president said measures are being finalized will encourage farmers through availability of soft loans, farm implements, and irrigation facilities, which will in turn ensure food security and all year round farming in the country.
We are going to invest in irrigations for this country. Nigeria will become net exporters of food. We have paid for the insurance welfare, social welfare of the people so that every citizen of this country will be insured for health problems.
He appreciated the leadership of the movement for their support so far, promising that his administration will work for the stability and togetherness of Nigeria and its people. The leadership of the global Tijaniya movement encouraged the president to make good of his campaign promises to transform the country. They promised to support his administration with prayers to succeed.
He said, we wish you well, Mr. President. He said, we are praying for you to continue good things for the people of the country.
And do expect that you will deliver all the promises that you made to this country, and as it's already unfolding, as everyone will see, with all the challenges, but there's absolute confidence by the entirety of the Ummah of this movement that you will deliver on those challenges and also to deliver your promises.
The Tijaniya movement is an Islamic organization with large followers in West Africa. Over to security matters, Commissioner of Police FCT Bennett Igwe has declared that it will not be used with business as usual again in the nation's capital with criminals. He stated this while parading 307 suspects arrested in a raid between Sunday night and Monday morning. Onotu Yakubu reports.
The special operation is codenamed Velvet. Commissioner of Police Bennett Igwe personally led the tactical teams of the command in the raid operation. For starters, a marked black spot, Gidandembe, along Dede Zuba axis, was the target, and these 307 suspects were arrested at night.
These are codeine. You can see, there's no amount of drug that you can see them. That is not here. We are out for them, we have the capacity. The police has the capacity to stop all of them. That's why I'm warning those to take the rest today. Because we are out and we are out.
CP Bennett Igwe disclosed that during the search, one English pistol with 15 rounds of 9mm ammunition was recovered from one Ibrahim Tukur who claimed to be a DSS personnel. Other exhibits such as motorcycles, wraps of marijuana, codeine, illicit substances and valuables reasonably suspected to have been stolen from residents were equally recovered.
I want to use this medium to warn those people that illegally, because no person gave you any license, to operate, whether you call it Gidandambe or Gidandrama, you better start now because you cannot remain in FCT. We are going to ensure we are cleansed from here. We are taking all of them to court so that they will face the law.
While the suspects are undergoing profiling and screening, the Commissioner of Police hinted that the Operation Velvet will curb all forms of criminality and other crimes in the territory. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
The International Day of Women and Girls in Science is a day set aside to honor and acknowledge the achievements and contributions of females in the fields of science. The day recognizes the importance of gender equality as the theme implies, closing the gap in science, accelerating action. Hadiza Gordon Ebuni brings us more details.
The COVID-19 crisis has demonstrated once again the critical role of women and girls in science, as some female science students joined in the fight against the pandemic, from understanding the virus and controlling its spread to constructing a robot that assists front health workers not to come in contact with infected patients.
So do you have any complaint?
Body pain, that's all.
Okay. Please, can you bend down a little? Let me take your temperature.
I've always been fascinated with technology. Every time I see all these creative things and everything, I've always said,
like corruption, the level of corruption to be lessened.
The United Nations General Assembly says the day is a reminder that women and girls play a critical role in science and technology communities, and their participation should be strengthened.
Prevention, they said, is most cost-effective most time. This is what informed the inauguration of the local Emergency Management Committee as the FCT Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, held its dry season sensitization campaign at the Kwali Area Council. Charity Zaka has that report.
In the series of wide sensitization and stakeholders' engagement to mitigate hazards and dangers associated with the dry season, the Kwali Area Council benefited from the Enlightenment Program on ways to be proactive on issues or happenings this dry season. This was at inauguration of a local emergency management committee to assist in the management of any incident of outbreak of disaster in Kwali Area Council. Director of Forecasting, Response and Mitigation, FCT Emergency Management Agency, Florence Wenegeme reminded the people that preventive measures should be taken seriously.
We don't want to believe about disasters happening before we swing into action. Prevention is better than cure. And that is why we talk about disaster risk reduction, DRR. With the local emergency management committee put in place, you can trust that they are going to make sure they put mitigative measures in place. The preventable ones will be prevented. Those that cannot be prevented, they will put good mitigative measures in place to make sure that when it happens, the impact will be reduced on members of the communities.
Chairman Kwali Area Council and Ladichia pledged to motivate the newly inaugurated committee to meet up with necessary precautionary measures during the dry season.
We are going to complement as a council to support the FCT Emergency Committee to see that this job is being achieved for the people of Kwali Area Council. Whatever we are doing is not a waste, it's for our people. So we must complement to support them.
The dry season sensitization campaign is aimed at safeguarding the lives and properties in the Federal Capital Territory. Charity Zaka, NTA News.
To ensure compliance in the conduct of examinations in the FCT and enhance learning in a safe environment, authorities of the Federal Capital Territory Education Resource Center embarked on a monitoring tour of schools in the FCT to ascertain the level of compliance in the fight against examination malpractices. Hadiza Gordon Ibuni reports that the FCT students are sitting for the mock examination, which is the first exams for the senior secondary school students enrolled for the West African Senior School.
These are SS3 students sitting for the mock examination, and the subject they are slugging it out with is the general mathematics. The students said the mock examination will afford them areas of concentration and also improve their studies.
I've seen some of the questions that are likely to come out, so I will double up, I'll prepare.
I'll keep the question paper. I will still practice for the next SSC exam.
I'm expecting more because I was not expecting it like this. It shows me that I have to read more.
For me, like personally, it will be really tough because since the mock are this hard, the SSC might be very furious to us.
Heads of schools expressed satisfaction with the FCT-ERC method of conducting examination, as it makes the students prepare well.
This is exposing them to the real external examination, and then thereafter the teachers, their subject teachers will reverse the question papers with them, and then they will know their areas of strength and weaknesses.
Director, FCT Education Resource Center, Nimat Abdurrahim, who made sure that schools adhere strictly to the guidelines, says the center will not rest on its oars but continue to improve on the quality of examinations in the Federal Capital Territory.
The children are well organized and they are well spaced and they are concentrating on what they are doing. And from my interaction with few of them, they are happy. The quality of the question paper and also the quality of the examination is highly commendable. They are happy and they said the examination is okay.
The director, FCT-ERC, went a step further to monitor classrooms' lessons to ensure that the correct syllabus is being followed. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
The management of Bond Hotels International is introducing its flagship brand, Bond Hotels Octagon Jahi, which is about to commence operations in a few days. Aisha Abdullahi reports.
The Bond team, led by the Deputy Director Commercial and Special Duties, Sandra Obaha, while briefing the press, noted that Bond Hotel International is a brand that is well known for optimum service delivery, which is in line with the international best practices, alongside government policies and programs that is geared towards supporting local economic development initiatives and adhering to regulations and standards set by the government.
Bond Hotel is not just only spreading in Nigeria. We're also looking at possibly opening by the next, I think by third quarter of 2024, the project in Ghana will also come to light. So the brand as a whole is looking at how to do business the right way, not just doing the business the right way, and also grooming people. So the brand itself is a brand that has come to stay.
The owner of the hotel itself took time to pick the best brand based on the way Bond as a brand is growing fast in Africa and in Nigeria. So we decided to partner with Bond to make to help in managing and bringing their expertise in building this particular industry.
The Deputy Director of Operations, Rudy James Van, explained that Bond Hotel Octagon is in town to serve the creme de la creme of Abuja, noting that Bond Hotels is the only international hospitality group to charge fees in local currency.
We pride ourselves that we operate locally as a local company, and we groom and grow local talent in the market in which we operate. And we work primarily with local investors, local shareholders, local suppliers, local vendors. And we pride ourselves that we are a homegrown Nigerian entity with majority shareholding being Nigerian.
Bond Octagon Jahi is expected to be inaugurated on February 14th, 2024. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
Many thanks, Aisha, and that report concludes the English version of the news. Translations is next. Good evening.
azaba jile ba je ba je ba wei mka je pie kwen kwa wei nwona na yiwo abada zaza ishe andaje zuma woniye wagoba ngai ayi kitiko da Bola Tinubu woku abada nu ngbe kun osunkun ya wei ngage ala putala ajege nyele eyi kin kwen ko ba shin kwa kun aza yanji ebi akin aje weda denu nsai nu nwe go gbedogun asolajnya na yikoge tija ni ayin nu owo atunde jiba nu gbabie na yiwo Sheikh Muhammad nehi beji gbabie yin ti ko dawo ga fita na layin ko ba ga kasa na bai asha ga afani yamu agaba yan dwe nchedonu afani ayen kwa ba ga kasa njesun na bai ba jin ba nu makaje fa gabie busibi daya nanu akin zina na yiwo Bennett ugwe wa ga shi ababa wu nsa nu azanu koi be jihi ngaje nsa ye koi ye kote wulo nlonunu nanu akin zina onoti yakubu wale she bawo be na be dai wa ga gabie ho yin we da de na sai we nwa abenu ko ji gbogbo nanu akin zina aza nlo taji nwa ta nu aza pe ngun na ba nu aya anu koi shi sambe kun la ba che ba she ba yin we ngagbe owo ngwaza ba nu azapu ilawulo tuko tunu aza no ko yebo tomaje ababa wa ulelainu saizu
Masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka kwana biyu da fatan ana nan cikin koshin lafiya ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaranmu na yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. An samu labari mai daɗi daga fadar shugaban ƙasa a jiya Lahadi cewa shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya yi alƙawarin ɗaukar matakin cewa Najeriya za ta zama ƙasa mai shigo da kayan abinci daga ƙasashen ƙetare nan ba da daɗewa ba domin samar da wadataccen abinci a faɗin ƙasar nan. Shugaba Tinubu ya bayyana haka ne a yayin da tawagar shugabannin ƙungiyar Tijjaniya ta duniya ƙarƙashin jagorancin Sheikh Mehe Inyas ta kai masa ziyara a fadar shugaban ƙasa. Shugaba Tinubu ya ƙara da cewa matakan da gwamnatinsa ta ɗauka za su ƙara wa manoma ƙwarin gwiwa ta hanyar samun aron kayan noma da na aikin noman rani wanda zai taimaka a sami wadatar abinci a faɗin ƙasar nan. Kwamishinan 'yan sandan Abuja Bennett Igwe ya ce sha'anin tsaro a birnin tarayya ya sauya. A yanzu babu sani ba sabo tsakanin 'yan sanda da ɓata gari. Wakilinmu Ilyasu Wani Yakubu ya shaida mana cewa kwamishinan ya bayyana haka ne a yayin da rundunar 'yan sandan Abuja ta gurfanar da mutum 37 da ake zargi da aikata laifuka daban-daban wanda aka kama a tsakanin safiyar Lahadi da ta Litinin a nan birnin Abuja, inda aka kama su da makamai daban-daban wanda daga bisani za a gurfanar da su a gaban kuliya Manta Sabo domin su fuskanci hukuncin da shari'a ta tanadar musu. Ƙarshen labarin namu ne kenan sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kan Allah ta shi mu lafiya.
ekele m gị n'ịnọnyere anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Onyeisi ala anyị Bola Tinubu ekwela ụmụ amaala anyị nkwa ma kwuo na ya na-agba mbọ ike ya ịhụ na ala anyị abụ Naịjirịa ga-abụ ndị ga-esi n'ala anyị bufee ihe oriri gaa mba dị iche iche. O kwekwara nghọta na ya bụ nwa amadi kwupụtara nke a mgbe ọ nabatara ndị isi otu a kpọrọ Tijaniya nke onye ndu ha bụ Khalifa Sheikh Muhammad. O tokwara ndị otu a maka enyemaka ha ma kwekwa ha nkwa na ọchịchị ya ga-enye aka weta ịdị n'otu n'ala anyị. Onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'isi ala anyị Bennett Igwe ekwuola na ihe banyere ịlụso ndị omekome ọgụ n'isi ala anyị agaghị adị etu ọ dị na mbụ. Onye ọrụ anyị Onotu Yakubu wetara akụkọ na ya bụ nwa amadi kwupụtara nke a mgbe ha na-akpụgharị mmadụ 37 bụ ndị a na-eyo eyo na aka ha dị na ori ezuru na etiti abalị Sọnde na ụtụtụ Mọnde. Igbo gere m ntị ebe a ka anyị pịachiri nke taa. Chebiri anyị n'ihe oge a echi niile.
Arahujo. Kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún tìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín látẹnu Bọ́lájí Màtí. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu bí ó ti ń gba àlejò ẹgbẹ́ Tìjàníyà ní ọgbà rẹ̀ l'Àbújá pinnu wípé wọn yóò rí i dájú wípé orílẹ̀-èdè yìí jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè tí yóò máa fi àwọn èrè oko ṣe òwò sí òkè òkun láìpẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni wọn yóò gba àwọn àgbẹ̀ níyànjú pẹ̀lú owó gbàsan díẹ̀díẹ̀ láti rí wípé oúnjẹ pọ̀ yanturu ní orígun mẹ́rin orílẹ̀-èdè. Ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn aṣíwájú ẹgbẹ́ náà fún àtìlẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú ìpinnu láti mú kí ìrẹ́pọ̀ jọba ní orílẹ̀-èdè. Aṣíwájú ẹgbẹ́ náà Khalifa Sheikh Mohammed Mehe nínú ọ̀rọ̀ gba ààrẹ Bọ́lá nímọ̀ràn láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ìpinnu rẹ̀ ṣẹ lásìkò ètò ìpolongo kí ó yí ìgbé ayé orílẹ̀-èdè padà. Ó ṣe àfikún wípé ẹgbẹ́ náà ò ní dákẹ́ àdúrà fún àṣeyọrí ìjọba ààrẹ Tinubu. Ìsinmi ò lè sí fún ẹni tó gbódó mì, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sì ni ìkòkò kò ní gba ẹyìn kó tún gba omi inú rẹ̀. Èyí ni ọ̀rọ̀ alákòóso ọgbà ọlọ́pàá ìlú Àbújá Bennett Igwe tí àwọn ọ̀daràn àti àwọn oníṣẹ́ ibi ní orígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Olótù Yakubu ròyìn wípé ọ̀gá Igwe la ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mọ́lẹ̀ lásìkò tó ń ṣe ìfihàn àwọn ọ̀daràn tó lé ní 300 tí ọwọ́ bà lásìkò ètò ìwọ́de ní òru àná òde yìí sí òwúrọ̀ kùtù òní òde yìí. O kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣé ó ní ọbẹ̀ oge títí ìwòye ọ̀la ní àṣẹ Tòdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.